storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, Storm Chasers? We got us some topics to get into tonight. Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow is suing his mother. Chadwick Boseman's people said his wife ain't left them shit after he went on to glory. Kim Zolciak and her ex-husband switching sides with her new man. Tokyo Vanity cussing out them people at the Atlanta complexes, or is she in Houston now? We're going to get to that in a minute. Wendy Williams settles her lawsuit, or that white lady that's in control of her settled the lawsuit, but she still ain't told us where the money at. We got a lot to get into, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get to it. All right. As usual, every single show is sponsored by freecash.com, where you can get paid to literally play games. You can hit the QR code in the upper left-hand section. Well, my upper left hand, or hit the link that's in the chat, and you can get paid to play games today. In addition to that, you better get your tickets for Monetize Your Mouth. The webinar is next week. We start in 5 days, where we will be discussing the algorithm, baby, how to get your hooks together. You know, that hook people in. Listen, we got a whole lot to get into when we do Monetize Your Mouth. Those tickets are currently on sale for 50% off currently. All right. So we're going to have, look, Denitria said, I made $50 on free cash. Told you. What'd I tell y'all? I told you, get over there on freecash.com. Get to the money. All right. So first things first, we finna get into Tokyo Vanity. All right. And let's see what she was talking about down there at these complexes. Okay. All right. By the way, speaking of Tokyo Vanity, I actually ran into her. I believe it was her birthday. And I ran into her in Atlanta, and it was at Tokyo Valentino, which is the special kind of club. If you know, you know. I done told y'all many stories about Tokyo Valentino, but nonetheless, I met her there, and it was her. It was a group of girls. I do believe it was her birthday, and they was running around like little school girls, like they was going from one section to the next. They was, seeing people do it. They was like, oh my God. And then they would go to the next, oh my God. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was so funny. Shout out to Inside Hockey Life 323. Y'all make sure y'all check her out on YouTube. Baby, she is funny. She is hilarious. And she reminds me so much of myself when I first started out. Like, I be watching her videos. Like, she takes me back. She make me want to get back in my intelligent bag. All right. Did she throw hands? No, she didn't throw hands. She was really sweet. Yeah, it was Tokyo's birthday. She was really sweet. The whole girl group that she was with, it was really nice. But they just had me cracking up. They were spectators for sure. She wasn't participating or nothing like that. All right. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's see. Let's see, child. Let's play the clip.
We're gonna speak respectfully.
I am speaking respectfully. I don't need you to come police me. I am.
I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go, because if it doesn't go the way,
tell me how what's gonna go.
We're gonna speak respectfully.
I am.
Okay, so then we're not.
I am speaking. This is how I talk.
Okay, so
I don't need you to tone police me.
I'm not. It's not tone police.
Okay, you are. Respect. I'm respecting you. We're at the same level.
All right, so then let's start over.
Start me. Listen, we're at the same level here. Like, I'm not here to do this with you. That's not what I'm here to do. You just getting here. You're just getting here. I've been here 7 years. I understand that you've been at Great Star, but me being a tenant here exceeds you working here. And me and you, we keep having this back and forth. It is, because we're emailing back and forth, sir. It is. We're having a email Discord back and forth. Whether you could tell or not, I don't even know what that means.
That just means that
I don't even know what that means.
I'll tell you what it means. What it means is we're gonna speak respectfully.
I am speaking respectfully. I don't need you to come police me. I am.
I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go, because if it doesn't go the way,
tell me how what's gonna go.
We're gonna speak respectfully.
I am.
Okay, so she said, I can take constructive criticism. What could I have done better? She said, I am so tired of people always tone policing me and making me out to be a mad black woman as soon as I address anything. I tried the whole email thing. This man has been handling me and my non-accountable and defending things that were long before his employment. Instead of simply saying, my bad, that was before my time. Instead, he wants to keep arguing via email when I'm trying to get to a solution. Sometimes as a Black woman, I feel helpless. Beside, I'm always the aggressor, no matter how someone handles me first. So what do y'all think from that little interaction? I mean, was Tokyo doing too much? You know, was she being an angry Black woman? What is the angry Black woman? I always feel like when people try to put those like tropes on you, it's like, did you give me a reason to be angry though? Now, Tokyo, I will say this. You know, I don't know what you said before you turned on the camera, you know, because, you know, every Black person, we got our regular voice, baby, then we got our camera voice, you know, our phone voice. So, you know, you could be cussing and fussing and then you be, hello, you know, so we all got that, but I don't see her as disrespectful in this particular clip. But once again, we don't know what she did before. You know, we don't know if she threw some beignets at him. I don't know. We don't know if she came down and she had Jabarkis bite her. We don't know. But she seemed like she was just, you know, talking normal. But I feel like Tokyo is always in some shit. Is that just me? I feel like Tokyo always in some. I feel like she always into it with some damn body. You know, I just saw a nice looking brand new building, but when I saw it was Great Star, I didn't apply. You know what? I'm in a Great Star property now, and I have not had no complaints, but I won't say they're the friendliest, but I haven't had any complaints. Not being no seriously, I don't know if she threw some beignets. I don't know if her and Joe Barkis came down there. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I just feel like a lot of times people feel intimidated when you're bigger than them. Point blank, period. I feel like maybe if she was a smaller woman and she went down there and voiced her concerns, he wouldn't have maybe had that reaction. So sometimes people just, who is Jabarkis? That's a dog. That's a dog. But you know how like smaller people can address the issue and people don't, you know, get on their tippy toes like they do when you're taller or bigger or stronger or whatever. You know, it's just one of them things. This is one of them things. So anyway, that was that. But the jury's still out on that because we don't know what you said beforehand. But I ain't mad at you either because, baby, them leasing office people be tripping. Soldier Boy said he want a DNA test. Okay. He said he woke up out the bag. He turned his swag on and he don't know if this baby is his. Now, mind you, the little boy is 3 years old. He didn't took all the pictures. I think he actually named this boy DeAndre. Yeah, the boy named DeAndre. So Soldier, is you saying you can call him DeAndre, but that don't mean he belonged to DeAndre? Who goes and names a baby after themselves, but then they don't even know for sure if the damn child is theirs. But anyway, his baby mama, but is she white or some kind of Persian? What is she? Not that it matters, but we just talking. Let's see. Okay, the kid is adorable. Okay, I remember this baby shower. I don't know. So, her name is Jacqueline Martinez. Oh, she Hispanic. Okay. So he didn't went down there. And got a Hispanic knocked up. He said he wanted him a Hispanic. I ain't mad at him, but my point is, how you gonna plan the baby shower, take the pictures at the baby shower, name the baby after you, then 3 years later say, I don't know. Now that she wants some child support. And I was gonna say that baby looked like him. That baby looked like him. Yeah, she's a Latina. That baby literally looked like him. Is he tripping? Just because the baby light. One thing I realized too, baby, you can go outside your race, but them features go generation to generation. He don't see it. He He don't see what we see. Because that boy, that look, are we for real? Are we for real right now? If you don't, you don't see it, I see it. The chin, the nose, I see it. Sir, that's your baby. Sir, that's your light-skinned baby. That's the light-skinned baby that you wanted. Now you don't want to pay for it. They do got the same head shape too. He got his ears too, cause her ears look different. Got his ears too. Oh my God. Soldier, if you don't go pay that lady her child support and keep it damn push, you know damn well that's your baby. I don't give a damn if you go see Karamo in his botched ass face. I don't give a damn if you go dig up Maury Povich out the grave. I don't give a damn. Oh, is Maury dead? Oh, that's Jerry Springer. Oh my God! Shout out to Maury. Shout out to Maurice. I don't give a damn if you go holler at Maurice Povich. I don't give a damn. You could go in the clinic. You go to the free clinic. You go to Planned Parenthood. Nigga, you could go to Walgreens and get a paternity test out of there. Every single one gonna say you is the father. Yeah, my bad. I forgot Maury went. No, my bad. I forgot. I was thinking of Jerry Springer. Wrong white man. By the way, did y'all know Maury's real name was Maurice? Did y'all know Maury's real name was Maurice? Side note. Maurice Povich, like that man was born to be in our damn households. You understand what I'm saying? Did y'all know that? Let me know in the chat if y'all knew that. Yes, his name is Maurice Povich. Yes. Just like Jerry Seinfeld's name is Jermaine Seinfeld. Like, what? But apparently a lot of the names that we like, you know, it was theirs first, I guess. Yeah, Maury is Maurice. And every Maurice I know, let me tell you something. Every Maurice, okay. Side note, every Maurice I know is a big nigga. Okay, I'm gonna move right along from that. Every single one I know is a big nigga. I ain't met a skinny Maurice yet. All right, move right along from that. So, yes, yeah, Jeremiah. Yeah. Oh, what I say, Jermaine? You know what I mean. Same thing. Or Jerome. I thought it was Jermaine. Anyway. Okay, move right along from that. So, remember Wendy Williams had did that documentary a few years back, right? Remember we talked about it on the show, and she was, you know, sitting there in the bed. She, you know, her eyes was this big, and remember Black China and her big ass forehead. She went over there to go see Wendy, and she laid in her lap, and you know, and and by the way, Angela, I always appreciated you for going and checking on Wendy. You know, I really, really did. She gave you some tough love, but you know, she gave you that tough auntie love. You know, but then again, when you got a mama like Tokyo Tony, that's, you know, rubbing lotion on herself and doing all kinds of shit, you know, you can handle that tough love. If you can handle being raised by Tokyo Tony, you can handle anything. So anyway, so remember, you know, Wendy was there, and then she was cussing, she was fussing, and then she was in a wheelchair, and she was making them go get liquor, and then she was making them go get liquor, and then it was just a mess. Remember, she was yelling at the trainer when he was trying to stretch her. Oh, what is this? Hey, turn up. Okay. Yeah, when he was trying to stretch her. Anyway, so her guardian, that white lady, and we still don't know who this white lady is, had actually sued A&E on Wendy's behalf and said that they should have never did the documentary. They should have never released it. That Wendy was dementia and out of her mind and crazy as fuck, and was effectively incapacitated. So the guardian was like, y'all took advantage of this lady, and this should have never aired. Now, the crazy thing is, the lawsuit had been dropped, right? So they dropped the lawsuit. All parties came to an agreement. My question is, what was the amount? Sabrina, Wonder Bread, How much did A&E pay you to drop this lawsuit on behalf of Wendy? And where is the money? Because Wendy says she ain't got no access to her money. Wendy said she ain't got no access to her money. So they paid Joe white ass the money. Where is the money? Where is the money? This conservatorship is out of control. This should be illegal. I still don't know how they got this late. All I can say is Illuminati. That's all I can say, because I still don't know how you go from living your life to some random ass white lady being in charge of you, telling you what you gonna do with your apartment, telling what you gonna. Let me tell you something. You better than me. I'd have told her I'll burn all this shit down before I let you take it. I'm crazy anyway. You know? Where is the money, Sabrina? Now, I'm going to say this too. And this is my question. We'll talk about it later. That's too deep for over here. We'll talk about it later. Where is her son? Her son ain't in charge. Her son ain't responsible. Last I heard, her son was somewhere over there with his daddy and his half sister. But where is Wendy's money at? They say Wendy was worth $60 million. Why Wendy ain't got no money on her card? Then they talk about, oh, she spent $100K on Uber Eats. I don't give a damn. It's my money. If I want to spend $1 million on Uber Eats, that's my business if I have the money. I don't understand that. I don't. I don't at all. This lady went from having a nationally syndicated television show to literally being locked away in a facility. Like have we forgotten? And here's the thing, and we still don't know what they're doing to Wendy in the facility. We don't know. We don't know. Yes, you're right. I was talking about this with a homegirl. Yeah, they only do this to women. And I can name you at least 5 men that need a conservatorship before Wendy. I know at least 5 men that need a conservatorship in that industry way before Wendy. Wendy is just fine. Wendy is just fine. Okay, if Wendy's son going through that money, then that's Wendy's job to cut him off. Or if she blow all her money on her son, then that's her business. That's still her money. We can't tell people what to do with their money. We're gonna keep praying for Wendy because this is just messed up. We're gonna keep praying for Wendy. All right. Moving right along from that. Did y'all hear there's new Destiny's Child music on the way? Hold on. Pull up the article with TMZ. There is new Destiny's Child music on the way. Matthew is back out working because, as you guys know, Jay-Z done messed up all the church's money. You know, he got his wife out there. She's so tied, wig tied, knee tied. Damn, at this point, Beyonce, I feel like you probably need a double knee replacement. We seen you out there wobbling and kicking, but you got it together that third night. You looked at a hot ass mess the first night, and I love you, Beyonce, but I'm gonna tell the truth. You looked at a hot ass mess that first night with your husband, but I hope you see, Beyonce, how he done took your beauty. You over there double chinned up, 8 pairs of Spanx. Looking like you need a good old big old fart. You could have let out that fart on stage. We weren't gonna be able to hear it, or maybe we would have been. I don't know. But I'm just trying to figure out how y'all don't see what's really going on. Mama Tina selling diarrhea gumbo. Jewels was out here running around with Tommy, beating up hoes at the hotel. We still don't know where Solange is at. And Beyonce out here working like a damn slave. Y'all ain't caught tea. Y'all ain't peep tea. But I think Matthew coming around is him coming around to get things together, to save the day, and to get his daughter back online. They need Matthew with one T real bad. They need Matthew real bad. Sometimes you know how like the Kardashians need Chris. They need Matthew real bad. Quiet as a kid. Hold on. Let me say this too before we get to the interview. Sometimes I be wanting to manager my damn self, like, cause I'm working all day. I got this to do, I got that to do. I'm a single man. I gotta run all my errands by myself. It's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard being me. But I be like, damn, if I had a manager to go book this and book that, sometimes then these people out here be having good managers and be throwing away their managers. All for what? For your husband, for your wife. It don't make no sense to me. If daddy knows best, let daddy handle the business. Let daddy handle the business. Thank you. He managed her career very well. Very well. Get Essie. I always said Essie could be my manager and we could take over Hollywood. I always said that. I could, me and Essie could take over Hollywood. We could. I don't even know if she would want to do nothing like that, but I would pay her percentage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so the daddy then said he got new music. Oh, by the way, hey Matthew. I just want to be a little bit messy. Why you didn't wish Nixon and Coy a happy birthday? I heard they just had some birthdays recently. Because when they born in the same, those two illegitimate children you had outside your marriage. Your dark skinned kid, your brown skinned kids. Why you didn't wish Coy and Nixon a happy birthday? Or you gonna manage them the way you manage Beyonce and Solange? Coy's I believe she's a dancer or a gymnast, and I don't know what Nixon do, but surely you could find something for him to do. I'm just saying, why you didn't wish your children, all your children, a happy birthday? You always posting Beyonce on her birthday, Solange on her birthday. Well, why you didn't post Nixon and Coy? They look just like you and Kelly. I'm just saying. Why you didn't post them? I'm a little disappointed in you, Matthew. I wanna see you. I want to see you post them. I want to see you with your children. I want to see you at the dinner table with your children. Them still your children. No matter how they came along, them still your kids. You shame of them now? Oh, Coy can sing too? Oh, and Coy can sing. Go around there and manage your daughter and give her the career that really Kelly should have had. Now, okay, let's get into this interview here.
It's Friday at the Bell Tower. We want to do something different, something memorable, and we want to give back to the fans. But it's a tribute to Destiny's Child, and these ladies, they deserve it. But we're doing it in a very intimate, different way. Thousands of candles, people dressed to the nines, and couples and singing and celebration, and it's just a lot of fun. We did it this same show in January and was sold out, so I thought we'd come back.
Yeah, and you have only a few tickets left. We had talked about this a little bit earlier. I think you said 29 tickets. Are you down to
20? We're at 27 because your guest just before bought 2.
Oh, while they were waiting.
Yeah, while they were waiting. But I think I'm going to add 50 more seats. So,
okay, and this is at the Bell Tower. What a great space, such an intimate venue for something. So we're talking candles, and not just we're going to hear the music. You're going to be storytelling in between those songs.
I will narrate and surprise people with things they never knew about Destiny's Child and how these songs came about. Really, some of the stories are fascinating. How these songs came about, and the style, how Beyonce started this fast singing style that she has. I'll share all of those stories.
And so, when you're hearing it, it's a quintet. Is that what it is?
It's a string quintet.
A string quintet.
These are amazing musicians.
Mm-hmm. And so, how do you hear it differently when you hear it?
So anyway, he planned on bringing them back, you know, doing some remixing of their songs. Let's look at his interview on TMZ. Okay, lies. We ain't finna watch that commercial though. We're not finna watch that. Okay. Yeah, he Joe Jackson 2.0, but he knows. Listen, but he gets it. Although they just need to go ahead and release a new damn album. Go ahead and release an album. Leave Jay-Z at home. Well, we can't leave him at home. You know, he gets into trouble when you leave Mr. Carter at home. Start messing around on his wife.
We need some good news. And you know what? We got it today. I had no idea this was going to happen, but I am thrilled to say that there's going to be a 30th anniversary celebration for Destiny's Child.
Yes, this is the 30th anniversaries of 30 years of Destiny.
Shout out to that Zoom background. Is he on? Yeah, they on Zoom because TMZ uses Zoom. Shout out to that Zoom background because that damn sure is not a real house.
Child and Survivor. We have the Destiny's Child iconic reimagined tribute, part 2 of that going across America now. And these will be some unreleased songs that we've had in the vault, both urban mixes as well as dance mixes. And it's time to share that. The fans really have asked for Destiny's Child to have a tour. And so I've been thinking of ways that we can give something to the fans.
So you're in the studio now, Matthew. This project you're working on, is it going to be an album that's released, or are they just going to be individual songs?
Well, it'll be an album. Obviously, you can stream individual songs off the album, but it will be possibly 2 albums. One, again, the urban remixes, and then the dance remixes.
And you said there will be some unreleased content on there also?
Absolutely. And which...
All right. So long story short, he's getting the public ready basically for a Destiny's Child reunion. And I want to say, Mr. Knowles, I am totally here for it. But I want to make sure that you are in charge of everything. Okay. I want you to be in charge of Beyonce. Excuse me. I want you to be in charge of them kids, you know, keep them kids out the way and off the stage as well. It's no shade to Blue. You know, she get up there, she do her thing. But let that child go to school. School finna start back for these children. These children need to be in school. Okay, and mama got to work to make back all the money that daddy gambled away. Shout out to Mr. Carter, literally. So, you know, get the children in line, you know, get Beyonce in line, you know, go ahead and get non-dancing ass Michelle, because we know she can't catch her rhythm, but we love her, but she can't never catch a 1-2 step. And, you know, and make sure you grab Kelly, okay? And you know, you really need to bring back the other girls as well. You really need to do right by all them girls. Ain't no good gonna come to y'all till you do right by all them girls. But I'm gonna leave that part alone. You know, that's another story for another day. Let Blue have her own song. I don't even really want to hear Blue sing. This is no shade to the children. We love the children. But like, we just need to hear Beyonce. We need to hear Destiny's Child. I was there, let me cater to you. The good, the bad, I sit it down. Like, that's all we need. You know, we need the dances. Where you are. Your wish is my command. I wanna go to my man. That's all we need. That's all we need. Jump in. That's all we need. I don't need no cheering. I don't need no cheering on stage. I don't need that. I need the hits. I need the classics. Hey, look, y'all want to go record a new album? I'm cool with that too. But I need the adults on stage. The children need to go home. Any food y'all serve at the concerts, I'm gonna need it to be well made by anybody but y'all. Keep Mama Tina out the kitchen, because when she go in the kitchen, we all get explosive diarrhea. Keep Mama Tina from all the utensils. Matter of fact, Mama Tina can't do nothing but bring the sodas. And at this point, I don't even want her to bring the sodas from her house. I want her to stop at Dollar General on the way to the function and pick up the sodas, pick up the coolers, and then pick up the ice. Can you handle that, Mama Tina? Can you handle that? You know what I'm saying? Don't put her in nobody's kitchen, because we don't need nobody having explosive diarrhea. And shout out to Joel. You can even give him a job, Matthew, and keep him in line, and you know, show him really how to show him how to conduct himself. You know, it's a lot y'all can do. Oh Lord, y'all said Mama Tina just bring the napkins, just the paper plates. No gumbo, please. No gumbo. No gumbo. No, nothing. My sister loved the gumbo. Did she have diarrhea? Did she have explosive diarrhea, or was she okay? Your sister's stomach might be made of steel. You said we're not even that hungry. Just bring the Sir Davis. Just bring the Sir Davis. Did y'all forget all about y'all Sir Davis business? Baby, y'all needed money so damn bad. Y'all opened up them businesses and just went on straight to the next and said, damn it, we just got to get back on stage. And Beyonce got up there. She stretched out that leg. I know that hip was squeaking and creaking. And she threw that motherfucking leg back up for her man. All right, anyway, we gonna move right along from that. So y'all know Kim Zodiac and Corey got a whole bunch of drama, right? Did y'all know about that drama? Okay, so first off, let's start with the fact that he got primary custody of the kids. You know, they got 50 kids. They got Corey Jr., Kaya, and a couple others. Cage, and I forgot the other one. But anyway, they got 50 children. So Kim then started dating this new man, right? And this new man got a lot of money. Oh, look at them in 2017. He didn't know just hey Corey, because you know Corey didn't have to go back to work. Corey can't live off that football pension or whatever. Oh, Cash. Yeah. Cat, because remember, Candy had told her that her and Todd wanted to name their first baby Cash, and then Kim got pregnant first. Kim took the name because she steal everything, just like her ancestors. And then Candy and Todd ended up naming their baby Ace. I remember that now. See, you got to know Real Housewives of Atlanta to know this. But back then, he really didn't know what he was in for. He was green as hell. You know, this was a real white man from Montana. See what I'm saying? See, when you get with people, you also have to take into account where they from. And yeah, he was in the NFL, but that was the only time he encountered, you know, blacks for real was in the NFL. And then he was playing in Atlanta, and she met him, and she just hooked her claws into him. Although I still, you know, me knowing what I know now spiritually, I feel like she put this man under some kind of love spell or something. You know, shout out to Rose. Remember she used to go to Rose to get her palm read? Don't y'all remember Rose? I feel like she had Rose do a little spell, maybe bury a chicken in the backyard, and you know, and piss over the hole or something. And she got, because this man was hooked over her. He stopped talking to his whole family over her. He kicked his family out the wedding over it. His family told him, do not marry her. And this lady went and ruined his whole life. This lady, when she was married to this man, she acted like she was married to Tom Brady. Like, ma'am, you were married to a low tier football player, a basic white man Wonder Bread from Montana who just want to live a basic life. I don't know why you ever left that townhome that Big Papa had got for you. I don't know why you had to go move into an 8-bedroom house and then another 8-bedroom house. You know, I didn't understand why you didn't have a job, you didn't do nothing but go to the gambling house and gamble like Peach. Shout out to Peach. And I didn't understand how you needed a chef and you needed 2 nannies. And I was like, oh my God. I just didn't understand. Yeah, Big Papa passed away. Yeah. Big Papa gone. Big Papa passed away. So anyway, so she ruined his life, and now he works in construction. He got him a good job with some benefits. He got all them children to raise. So, all right, there they go there. So, wait, hold up. I want to show y'all the pictures. Okay, so there was a story that said that Corey was messing around with Kim Zodiac's new boyfriend's estranged wife because her boyfriend is still married. Okay, so this is Kim's boyfriend. His name is Kyle Moritz. Okay, y'all see him? His name is Kyle Moritz. Okay, and he's rich. He's very rich. He's very rich. Now that's Kyle, and that's Kim, right? And then this is Kyle's ex-wife, Jillian, right there. So what y'all think between Jillian and Kim Zodiac? Who the best looking? Who the best looking? Who the best looking between them two? Who y'all got? Y'all got Kim. They look alike. The Wonder Bread of it all. How old is Kim claiming to be? I think she say she's 35. No. Hold up. I'm gonna Google it. Okay, no. When she first came on TV, she said she was 29. Season 1 of Real Housewives, she said she was 29. How old is Kim Zodiac? Okay, no, it says Kim is 48. Basic white women. The other one doesn't look so hard in the face. I prefer the ex-wife, actually. I'm not really here for all the plastic. My bad. No. Google say she 48. That's what Google says. Say she was born May 19th, 1978. So is that a Taurus or is that a crazy ass Gemini? Or is she borderline? You said Kim 55. You know what? Okay, but anyway. So, it was a story going around that Jillian was there messing around with Corey to try to get back at Kyle and Kim. And apparently they saying that all of that was fabricated. But nonetheless, this is the most important part because that the money had got so tight for Kim, right? And she had gambled away so much of Corey's money that they was around there selling their draws. What's the promo code for Monetize Your Mouth? It's my first name, Storm, STORM. Okay, it's my name. And you get 50% off. Tell all your friends and your family. Thank you for the super chat. Now, she's a Taurus. She's the cusp. Okay, she is not a Gemini. You tried it. Listen, I feel like she'd be a little bit smarter if she was a Gemini. No shade. I feel like she'd be smarter because, yeah. But anyway. So yeah, she did. You remember she ran through so much of Corey's money that they were selling their pants, they were selling their panty liners, baby. They were selling the socks, they were selling the shoe gel inserts. They was over there selling used tampons. Like it was crazy. Shirts. I'm talking about rank, baby. They ain't even iron the shirts before they put it up for sale. I'm talking about selling stuff for $10, $5, $20, and I was like, oh Lord. I was just like, oh, look, yeah, selling old wigs, selling dresses from 2006. They was. I mean, listen, they ain't even put no effort into the little photo shoot. Child, they laid them wrinkled ass clothes. You could tell them the clothes they had them boxes or that they had in them tubs. That you get from the dollar store when you moving and shit. And you write your name in it in black permanent marker. I could tell they pulled that shit right up out. Those purple tins and gray tin, they come in purple, gray, and blue, sometimes black. And they pulled it right out. I could tell they still smell like mothballs and menthol cigarettes and all. I mean, they didn't try to iron it. They didn't even throw it in a dryer for 10 to 15 minutes, just laid out them wrinkled ass panties and socks. Used socks had them dark stains in. When you walking around in your socks all around your house and you ain't mopped and swept up in your house in a while. And she couldn't afford to pay them housekeepers no more. So she wasn't cleaning the house like that because she feel like she too good to clean the house now. She feel like she too good to clean her nasty ass bathroom and her nasty ass kitchen. So You know how it is when you walk around in the White Sox all day and they be black at the bottom, especially if you ain't mopped that week and you ain't swept. So she had them dirty socks and panty liners and used bras with the underwire all worn out and just laid them on the floor and took pictures. Anyway, so she didn't went from that, right? But she ain't got to sell her panties no more, baby. Now she got a new man. And this guy right here is in charge of a trust. Okay? And his trust is valuated at $100 million. Mm-hmm. So she done left Croy because she done went through all his money. He over there working construction. And now she done got with this new white man because he's worth $100 million. Okay? Yeah, for some John Legend tickets. And John Legend music ain't never been that good. That I'm gonna tell you something. For John Legend, I could see Beyonce, but John Legend, I could see Chris Brown and Usher, but John Legend ain't never been that good. Yeah, she still smokes. She's on the Ozempic. She smokes Botox, Restylane filler, the wigs, cool sculpting, heat sculpting. She do all of it. She do all of it. Okay. So anyway, shout out to Kim. Shout out to her new man. Her want the bread, I want the bread new. I don't know where Sweetie at. I don't know. But remember, slaves are expensive. So she had to let her go too. She gave him her freedom papers as well. Or maybe the North paid her a little bit. Maybe she got a little bit of reparations for Sweetie. I don't know. I don't know where Sweetie went. I heard Sweetie got married. What's Sweetie real name? Because I know it ain't Sweetie. But yeah, I feel like she gave Sweetie her Emancipation Proclamation and she went on up north. That's right. We just ordinary people. Like, sir, what? We don't know which way to go. Like, what? Like John Legend make that music that is like strictly for weddings. We just ordinary people. Take it slow. Take it slow. Like I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that. I really don't. No shade to John Legend, but oh my God. Moving right along from that. Somebody said, remember the Miami trip? Yes. And remember they cheers to the girls' weekend. Cheers, bitch. You better watch those B words when you end up over there in the ocean. Nene gave her hell. Is that that's the Miami trip? Baby, Nene gave her hell. Nene gave her hell. When Nene was about to jump on her in the RV, you said I'm a slow dance to John Legend at my wedding. No. Let's be clear. First off, if I ever get married, okay. Well, I think I'm gonna end up having an African wedding, so it ain't gonna be no John Legend. Although over there in Africa, they love Usher and Chris Brown and Trey Songz and R. Kelly. They love R. Kelly, so it might be R. Kelly at the wedding. But shout out to Robert. But no. My wedding song, if I was to have a wedding, my wedding song would have to be "Smash Into You" by Beyonce. That would have to be my wedding song. But then again, I'm not a bride. So I don't really have a last say so in that, but it's probably gonna be somewhere with drums and beats and me, moving like that. So I'm just saying. Yes, they do. They do. They look. It's probably gonna be R. Kelly at my African wedding. I already know because they love R. Kelly. They love R. Kelly. You said that's inappropriate. Hey, listen, they don't care. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, Smash Into You. That's one of my favorite Beyonce songs. I think that's actually my favorite Beyonce song. Yeah. Yep. I needed Nene Leakes and Tammy Roman. That. Oh Lord. You talking about a kaleidoscope of mess. Okay, now moving right along from that. Did y'all see 50 Cent and Sherry Shepherd on the red carpet? Can you say Sarkodie? Sarkodie? Is it Sarkodie or Sarkodie? How you say that? Why African wedding? We all know why, Kimmy. Come on now, we know why. We all know I'm a what they say. He's a Pan-African. You you already listen, you already know. You already know. Hold up. What is this? Wait a minute. Okay, live bites. Okay, so here goes Sherry Shepherd and 50 Cent at the Flightland Stars premiere in New York City.
Want to make the two of you in the center right here for stars? Yeah, right there together. And then straight.
Okay, now this on first glance, this could look absolutely innocent. Okay, this could look absolutely innocent, except for the fact that Sherry has wanted to throw some coochie at 50 Cent for decades. Okay. The people that know Sherry know her and know her body language. And from what I've heard, she desperately want to get that coochie to 50. Okay. To Curtis, because he's Curtis. She want to get it. Yes. A lot of people was asking, are they dating? Okay. A lot of people was asking, are they dating? Look at the body language, right? This ain't just to, people like, hey, brother, like, hey, sis, like, this ain't that. This is like, this is my nigga. This is like, yeah. So let me tell y'all. So she has wanted Curtis for years, but Curtis ain't never paid her no mind. He ain't never paid her no attention because she just really wasn't his type like that. Sherry has always been one of the girls in the industry that's like a 2 a.m., 3 a.m., like a rough Thursday night, and you horny, you didn't have, 4 glasses of Hennessy, and you like, I know, I let me call Sherry. I know she up, you WYD and she nothing WBU, and you go over there and your tank top and sweats, no draws, and that's that. Sherry's always been that type. No shade, no shade, no shade. So she's thrown herself on 50 for years. And when the internet saw this, it was like, wait, what's going on? Now, mind you, Sherry is real good friends with Vivica, and everybody know that Vivica still love 50. Vivica still feels ownership over 50. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows Vivica will fight you over 50. Okay? Vivica ain't no different than Lisa Ray, baby. They throw hands. Sherry has been known to sleep with her friends' they menses and they exes. This is what Sherry has been known for. Okay? She's been known for throwing that cooch at her friends' men's and exes. She's been known for having a bush because she don't like to wax or shave. Oh yeah, when Nia Long pulled her in that bathroom and they had that stern talking to, I don't know exactly what it was about, but Nia checked the fuck out of her and told her to wax that bush. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But Sherry has always been there. You know how like you got that friend with they ain't really all that cute, they ain't really all that attractive. Niggas don't really pay them no attention like that, you know. But they always in your man face. They always laughing extra loud at your man's jokes. You know, your man walk downstairs with his shirt off and she's staring extra hard. You know, she want to know all about you and your man's sex life. Like she's that type. I'm telling you what I heard. Okay. I'm doing my job and I'm telling y'all what I heard. Okay. She that type to know a little bit more about your man, even than what you know. So this gonna get ugly between her and Vivica. I'm calling it now. Now, when it happened, y'all can say Storm told you first. But I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Sherry gonna get her wig shifted, and from what I heard, she ain't really got no hands like that. She ain't got her ass whooped a few different times. Lord, she and she all did it, baby. She all did it. But anyway, I think Rick Ross just responded to 50 Cent. Cause y'all know Rick Ross only sold like 10,000 records or something like that. Let me see. So 50 Cent was clowning them. Let's look and see what Rick Ross had to say to 50.
Money, Curtis. I got a DM say, Rose, how you feel about what 50 said? I said, what did 50 say? Excuse me, before you mention what 50 said, let me ask how's it going over there in Shreveport? How's it going in Shreveport? You borrowed all the people money. Did you return their money back? And because Shreveport ain't gave you the loans you was looking for. Because they smart. LA don't need a fucking film studio. Hollywood don't need it. Why would you need a film studio? You're stealing the people money. Get them people back their money, Curtis. Now, back to the album of the year. Set in stone. Did y'all hear that? Do it one time for the 305. That video gonna be so motherfucking big. I spoke to Nick Questy. Nick Questy, great speaking to you. Great ideas. But I'm shooting videos to everything on the album. Luke Belair toast to everybody who got the album. If you don't, it's not too late. Don't let the smoke screens fool you. Get them people back their money, Curtis.
Wow. Okay. Did y'all catch what Rick Ross said? Did y'all catch that? Let me tell y'all something. I can't even go into the details of what I you heard what Rick Ross said. I have to keep it cute. You heard what Rick Ross said. Yeah, Rick Ross is a questionable character too, but listen to what he's saying. If you hear something come out, I didn't understand. I know, and I literally cannot say. I literally cannot say. Because when I say these niggas ain't nothing to play with behind the scenes, I can't even say it on Rumble. I run it back again. I can't say it nowhere on the internet.
I got a DM say, Rose, how you feel about what 50 said? I said, what did 50 say? Excuse me, before you mention what 50 said, let me ask how's it going over there in Shreveport? How's it going in Shreveport? You borrowed all the people money. Did you return their money back? And because Shreveport ain't gave you the loans you was looking for. Because they smart. LA don't need a fucking film studio. Hollywood don't need it. Why would you need a film studio? You're stealing the people money. Get them people back their money, Curtis. Now, back to the album money.
Listen, if what he's saying that 50 need to get them people back there, but that's what Rick Ross saying. Listen, y'all don't know just how messy that this is. Yeah, it's even more than a Rumble, Infinite. I literally cannot. I cannot. Like, for legal reasons. Now, that put aside, somebody made a comment and said Vivica ain't been worried about that man in years. Vivica has always felt ownership over that man. Vivica and 50 are tied to each other in a kind of way that I don't really think y'all even understand. If you know, you know. I didn't told y'all a lot by now. You should know. Read in between the lines, okay? But over the years, they have been with each other, went on vacations. Y'all never see it in the public, but behind the scenes, yes, they go off to remote islands together, get it in, do their thing, go back to their lives, go back to dragging each other online. They gonna be in each other's life in some way, shape, or form until they die. It is what it is. I know it might look like she don't care about him and this, that. Don't believe the hype. He can play tough. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Okay? Now, before we get into our next story, if you are in need of spiritual help or spiritual guidance, okay, DM me on Instagram, Celebrity Doctor TV, or email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. I know somebody for you, okay? And they blackity black, okay? In addition to that, they're having a sale right now. Readings for $150, I believe, until like August 21st or 22nd. And this is the main thing I want to say too. You have to follow directions, baby. When you reach out, you have to follow directions. You're going to have to send in a picture of yourself and a current picture of yourself, not one with a bunch of makeup and edited and Snapchat filters, and just follow instructions. Okay. You see I look good? Okay. All right. Hit me up on Instagram, Celebrity Doctor TV, or email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. Okay. And as usual, y'all hit me up, and I send you the info. So, next story, people. Okay. Oh, August 25th. Okay. 25th. 150 until 25th. Shit, that's basically almost until Labor Day. Okay. Now, did y'all know that Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace, did y'all know that his brothers are suing his estate? They want his widow to give them some money and the parents some money. Let's play this clip. We're going to get into it.
A legal battle, Chadwick Boseman's brothers versus his widow.
Simone, she with me every day.
Grief is a lifelong battle. It doesn't go away. It's complicated, but I'm doing my best.
That's Simone, exclusive with ET, 2 years after the Black Panther star lost his private battle with colon cancer in 2020 at just 43. They had secretly married 6 days beforehand, and she was later named administrator of his nearly $4 million estate. But in new court docs, brothers Kevin and Derek Boseman claim Simone is mismanaging assets and hasn't paid the family any money in nearly 4 years.
When someone dies without a will, half of their assets go to the spouse and half of the assets go to the parents as the assignees of their parents' interest in the estate. The kids are still owed this money, and they think that she's sitting on this, asking the court to punish her. When you violate a court order, we have the right to ask the court to hold you in contempt.
Just 8 months.
Okay, so
taking Chadwick's widow.
So I didn't know that when you don't have a will, half of your estate would go to the spouse, and then half would go to if your parents are still living, the next of kin. $4 million, okay, $2 million a piece. It's a 50-50 split. To me, if you can't survive off $2 million and make it work, I don't really understand. I don't really understand what the problem is. Like, why be greedy? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not greedy like that. Like, if 50-50 be split it 2 minutes, that's still plenty of money. You still got to go work. You can't go sit on your ass for the rest of your life, but that's a nice chunk of change for somebody to leave you behind. Chadwick only being worth $4 million after doing Black Panther and other movies is a disgrace. Yeah, Hollywood don't pay black actors the way you may think. They really don't. It's sad, but it's true. Is she withholding the money? Yeah, she ain't paying it out. She ain't paying it out.
To court, Kevin and Derek appeared happy to pose alongside Simone at their late brother's Walk of Fame ceremony.
People that experience loss feel the same way because we still feel them.
But on Kevin's Dark Mondays podcast, he seemingly alluded to behind-the-scenes drama.
There's a lot going on between Chadwick Boseman estate, my parents.
Now I don't even want to be on the date.
Simone's legal team had no comment, but in the last few months, the 35-year-old, who's a singer, has increased her social media presence under her artist name, San, describing her new dating life and delivering affirmations. Her court...
Oh, girl, we don't give a damn about that. Okay, Teresa said, but she paid for the brother's medicine when he was recovering from cancer. That's nice. You still have to follow her court order, though. But she is the wife. Why would she get... It doesn't matter. If that's the law, that's the law. Because remember, he did not have a will. Let me tell you something. Being married to somebody, it means a lot. However, in a lot of ways, you still gotta have your paperwork in order no matter what. This is just a sign to everybody. Have your paperwork in order. Have instructions in order. And one thing I was telling somebody else about this too. We live in a world now where everything is what? It's encrypted. It's a password. It's a password to a password. It's a two-factor password to get in your own shit. This is a side note. But if something happened to you, how people gonna get in your bank account? How they even gonna get in your phone if they need to? Because you got 2-3 passwords for this and that. So it's like you need everything laid out. You need instructions on how you want your money split. Because the rules of the state, that's we're gonna talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner in a minute too. The rules of the state or the rules of the state. Just like you could be married to somebody, but at your bank, you need to have something that's called like a payable upon death or something payable upon death, something like that. To where if you die, your spouse is not on that bank account, they have automatic access to it versus them having to wait for a death certificate or from a court order. Because think about it, if somebody died and you can't get in their bank account, what you gonna do? You still got to bury them. You still got to you still got to pay household bills. Bills don't never fucking stop. What you gonna do? You know, so it's just like, you know, we don't want to think about these things. Yes, I work at a bank. Yeah. My hubby assigned his accounts over to me. You need to do that. Yeah, you need to do that. Like when I was coming up, my dad, my aunt, and uncle, they were all on each other's accounts in case something happened. They could get in there easily and do what they needed to do. It was a brother-sister thing, but whoever it is that you trust, you got to have it laid out. You have to have it in writing, Thank you. I say even, let me tell you something. Old school ain't all bad. Old school used to plan their own funeral. They would tell you what they wanted to be buried in, where they wanted their funeral, the music they wanted there. I used to think that shit was morbid, but me now having sat through several funerals and seeing how people show their ass, because for whatever reason, people show their ass at funerals, they show their ass at weddings, even baby showers, graduations. It's weird, but you need all that laid out, especially if you got multiple kids, you got this, you got that. I'm telling you, to have it all in writing, you save your family so much drama and stress. Me and my brother already know. My mother told us to split whatever she had. Yeah, 50-50. That's only right. My grandmother planned her funeral decades ago. She's still alive. Yes. The bird lady is withholding inheritance from her stepsons just because they don't talk to her. This bird lady, which is illegal. Yeah. I had a cousin that passed and my folks got into it at the damn funeral. I'm telling you. I had planned mine already down to what I want to wear. Yeah. You need all them details. Let me tell you something. You need details to like, what's the repass is where you go after the funeral. What's the brochure thing called? Oh my God, it's gonna bother me. What's the brochure thing that I mean, and niggas clown over this. If they name ain't in it, baby, they show out. Obituary. There we go. Obituary. Type out your obituary. Write down what colors you want in your obituary. Like, have it all laid out. Because when I say people will fight over the obituary, they will fight over the obituary. It's crazy. All right. So speaking of his wife, I looked up. Okay, so they got married in 2020, shortly before his death. He passed away August 20. Oh wow, he's almost been dead 6 years. But they got married right before he died. So I mean, he trusted her, he loved her. I mean, I don't know, but she needs to do her part and split that estate. Now, moving on to Malcolm Jamal Warner. They treat those obituaries like it's gold. Yes. People stop. Thank you, Samantha. People will stop talking to each other over the obituary. It's weird. It is weird. Okay. So let's get into this drama with Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow about 1 year after his death.
That we learned this very talented actor, death of actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. It feels like yesterday that we learned this very talented actor, very popular, drowned in Costa Rica while on vacation with his family. His death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Now, unfortunately, there is new legal drama surrounding the family. His widow, Tanisha Warner, filed a lawsuit that seeks to recover more than $1 million from the family trust. In a statement, she said this: "For the last year, I have attempted to privately settle my beloved husband's complicated estate and honor his last wishes. Malcolm had every intention to provide for our 9-year-old daughter and me. Well, the trust is controlled by Malcolm's mother. Her name is Pamela Warner, who posted on Instagram Monday night, without naming names. She said, in part, during my year-long journey, I've discovered how cruel, evil, and greedy a human can be. I've also discovered the depth of love, care, concern, and support that humans are capable of." Well, we sat down with Tanisha Warner for an exclusive conversation that we did prior to this lawsuit. Among other things, we talked about Malcolm, of course, and what the year has been like for her. We asked about her relationship with her mother-in-law. Do you communicate with his mom? Are you close to it?
Okay, I want to go over and actually react to the interview that they did. Okay.
Posted something. It was your anniversary, I think.
Our wedding.
Yes. What made you decide to do that?
You know, being in silence for a long time, I realized that there was a world out there that he had touched in such powerful ways that I wasn't necessarily seeing, because my grief was sacred to me and I needed to keep in mind. And that posting for me was to let the world know I'm here.
I'm here and I'm feeling what?
I'm here and I'm experiencing the biggest loss of my life. Yeah. And just because I'm still behind here with my silence and my grief on my own terms doesn't mean I don't see you.
Tanisha and Malcolm Jamal Warner got married in 2022 and have one daughter together. When did it go from friendship stage to I liked it at him a lot? Mm-hmm. When did it go to that?
3 months, third date.
While they kept their family private, he spoke lovingly about their relationship publicly.
Our relationship, our marriage, it's the stuff that people dream of. I say that here because I want listeners to know that it is possible.
I've never liked the spotlight, you know, and so that's one of the things that he loved in me, you know, meeting a woman that didn't care about what was on the red carpet at all. And
you really didn't care about any of that.
I did not. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember even going to an event with him.
I have a question. And by the way, she's a pretty lady, but I have a question. Because they got married later in life. Is the marriage is doing the marriage thing later in life really the way to go? Because he seemed to have been really at peace with this lady. And they was married for about 8 years. They was married for 8 years before he passed away. Is that really the cheat code? Like get through all we immature in our 20s and 30s. Like get through all that and just later on do. Is that really the cheat code? Maybe the cheat code is marrying after the age of 40. Yeah, he was really low key and happy with her. He was. Damn, Malcolm, I did say that last year. I did, and y'all got on. Oh my god, I remember how y'all dragged me last year when all I said was, "Oh, the man looked good for his age." But when I tell you what you mean, 50 ain't 50. I didn't say 50 was. Oh, yeah. Actually, you just made me remember, man. He dragged me to hell over that. I don't know what to think. I can't imagine a grandmother wouldn't help the granddaughter. Right. And all of this, marriage still matters. I was with my man for 3+ years, lived together by his side to his last breath, but I am not his wife. So I just went home to an empty house, empty-handed. Yeah. I have really, she was like an auntie to me. She had been my auntie's best friend for 35 years, something like that. And she was with her partner for 30+ years. And when she died, her partner, her long lifetime partner, couldn't make no decisions. Her son had to. It's because they weren't married. All right, let me go back and play this.
And we walked the red carpet, and I was like, "Get me out of here!" It's too many lights. And I was like, "Can I just meet you at the end?"
Yeah.
I often share with people that yes, he was famous, but from my experience, when people met him, they were not wowed by his fame. They were wowed by him. People would come up and it wasn't like, "Oh my goodness, you're Malcolm." They'd be like, "You have touched my life in such a big way. You have no idea."
One of the stars of The Cosby Show has died in a tragic accident.
Officials say the 54-year-old was swimming at a Costa Rican beach when he was swept away by a powerful current. Bystanders tried to rescue him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene.
So on that particular day, you were on vacation. So were you there first and then he joined?
Well, the moments of that day, they occupy my body so deeply. So it's really hard for me to sort of relive what all of that was and to think about it, because it just breaks me in a way that makes it hard for me to sort of stay steady.
Well, what do you want to share about that day, if anything? I'll let you guide me. What do you want us to know about that day?
Worst day of my life. Feels unfair.
Feels unfair.
Mm-hmm. And all I could think about was my daughter.
Yeah.
And what I needed to do to continue to be her mother.
Yeah.
And be her only parent.
Let me ask you this, was there a time that you thought you had lost both of them? Because that was one of the early reports. Can you say where you were at the time?
I can't remember the details.
You really can't. Do you think you just blocked it out?
I think it was my body went through shock.
Mm-hmm. Do you still feel his presence? Do you still see him in this house? Did you ever think about moving?
He is here with me always.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about moving.
You don't?
Because all of our memories are here.
Yeah.
And it hurts. I can't be in my own home without feeling the loss, but I can't walk away.
What would be most helpful to you to help you get through this?
I almost feel like the house is probably a part of his trust too. And if she sell it, she don't get the proceeds. I think that's also why she's not moving, but I don't know.
I often tell my friends who reach out all the time and may not necessarily get a response from me all the time, just don't forget us. And I think that's what I'm looking for. I think the hardest thing about grief is that people, they move on. you know, but for us, because we're his wife and child, there's no moving on. You know, there's moving with and living with.
And the difference between the two is what?
He will always be a part of our everyday. And there's not a moment in my...
It's all right.
Hold on, girl. I don't see no tears
You
now.
could have some tissue.
I told her, now don't you start that shit.
It's okay, I don't want tissue.
Okay, now
There's
I see
not
some
a
tears.
moment in my day that I'm not affected, you know.
Just one look at her.
Nah, music. Okay.
With the river being vulnerability and the amber being strength, and that's really what my husband stood for.
That's how you see him.
Yes.
River and ember.
There was no separation.
Okay, so thank you. So why he ain't leave you no money then? That's my whole thing. It really was an unfortunate accident. It was. It really was. Let me go back to, hold on, I'm gonna let that finish.
You know, for me, when I think about other families,
I don't know. To me, it's all it matters what you do with the time.
Yeah.
Matters what you do with the time.
I feel like time just gives you space to manage in different ways, I would say. And so you just find more creative ways to be able to manage the life you now have.
Yeah. But I love that you honored him, you honored yourself.
Wow.
I was very moved by Tanisha, and we should say we did this interview before the lawsuit. I was just as surprised as everybody to hear that a lawsuit had been filed. I found her to be very sweet, very loving, very kind, and I reached out to her, and she said it was a formality. This is not a lawsuit that she wanted to file because it's based on what Malcolm, they had a prenup, and apparently there's an issue, not apparently, there is an issue with Malcolm's mom and Tanisha clearly. But this is something that she did the interview because she wanted to thank people who have reached out to her.
She's so private. She's not talked about it.
Okay, hold on. Let me find the other clip. Yeah. Grief will have you definitely not looking like yourself.
This week marks 1 year since the tragic death of actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. It feels like yesterday that we learned this very talented actor, very popular, drowned in Costa Rica while on vacation with his family. His death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Now, unfortunately, there is new legal drama surrounding the family. His widow, Tanisha Warner, filed a lawsuit that seeks to recover more than $1 million from the family trust. In a statement, she said this: "For the last year, I have attempted to privately settle my beloved husband's complicated estate and honor his last wishes. Malcolm had every intention to provide for our 9-year-old daughter and me. Well, the trust is controlled by Malcolm's mother. Her name is Pamela Warner, who posted on Instagram Monday night, without naming names. She said in part..."
Okay, we read that part already.
Everybody, like all of his family members and everyone who has lost him, they are grieving. You know, it's been
Okay, so he had a trust, but he never put her on the trust, right? Now, I looked up the laws in Georgia. Okay. Now, in certain states, even if you are not, in certain states, even if you're married to somebody, but you're not added to the trust per se, and they pass away, you will still get what's called an elective share. Most states define an elective share automatically as 1/3. You can go to court and possibly get more, but usually it's at least 1/3 for the spouse. Okay. Some states don't have that. So in Georgia, a disinherited spouse is not automatically entitled to a traditional elective share from a trust, but they can claim support through a unique state law called years support. They provided they file a petition in probate court within 2 years of death. Okay. So yeah, Georgia does not have an elective share law. They can request money and property to support them for a year. Anything on outside of the trust, they're entitled to, and then joint owned property, she would automatically get, okay, like bank accounts or a house with joint deeds. Then I looked and I thought, okay, well, they did have a kid, but even if you have a child, if they're not listed as a beneficiary to your trust and you have no other provisions, they will not automatically receive support or assets from that trust. The trustee must follow exact written terms of the trust and cannot give money to people who are left off the list. I mean, she can still give money to them, even if they are your children. So not only did he never add his wife to the trust, he also never added his child as a beneficiary. And it's just probably something he didn't think about. Because this trust was established, I believe I read in 1996. Malcolm had plenty of time to amend the trust estate with the time frame being married. Now the 16K annual anniversary for every yesterday of being married was a red flag. What was her career before marriage? No excuse. What about his life insurance? That's the part I didn't understand. Because here's the thing. If he had life insurance, did Malcolm Jamal Warner have life insurance? He did not. So he might have told her he was going to get a policy. He was supposed to. He was supposed to get $1 million term life policy, named her as the beneficiary, but he never got it. He never got it. So I guess his plan was the wife would get the insurance policy. Of course, she would take care of the daughter, and then the rest of the money, his mom, the actual estate, his mom would be in charge of. You know what? His mom probably did tell him not to add her to the estate, because his mom was probably thinking, what if you guys get a divorce? Blah, blah, blah. That's probably what the mom was thinking. This is a possibility too. The mom never liked the wife, and he never altered the trust because he knew it would upset his mother. But my thing is, I would be looking at him funny because, like, you didn't set up provisions for your daughter, but surely the grandmother wouldn't want her grandchild to suffer, right? Like, put the wife aside. What about the daughter, the baby? She ain't no baby, but what about the baby? In his mind, he would outlive the mom so he wouldn't have to deal with the friction. Oh, okay. Thank you, DB. See, this is why I like talking to y'all. Okay, you know what? That's a good point. We not getting married unless you sign them life insurance papers. I wonder if the mother is questioning paternity. Yeah, but they can do a paternity test. Then again, that might not matter because I'm sure he signed a birth certificate, so it might not even matter. It's not a red flag. The contributor Roth RA, you need earned income. That's why she was on his payroll. It aligns with the man. Okay. He has an older child as well, doesn't he? Was she ever added to anything? I don't know. And see, I didn't know he had an older child. When I Google it, it said he only had one child. I didn't know he had an older child. How many children does Malcolm Jamal Warner have? Yeah, it just says one when you Google it, but maybe he does have other children. His mom should not have a say in how married couple handle their financial affairs. That's a good point too. I would never do my grandchildren like that. Yeah, like I wonder. I guess this is me trying to look at a compromise. Like, could there be, you know how like a man would make child support payments? Could there be payments that the grandmother give to the mother monthly to help take care of the child? But then a wife probably don't want that. She want that 1.2 million like he promised her. But that wasn't in writing. And he never secured the policy. So that's how you protect your home from taxes and stuff like that. True. It's some evil grandparents. The state does not play about paternity. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think that's the issue. I just think his mother doesn't want to come off that money. Yeah. She don't want to come off that money. That's all. Well, good luck in court to the wife, to the widow. That's sad. That's really sad. It's really, really sad. Before we move on, hold up. Did y'all hear about Brittany Renner? Did we talk about Brittany Renner the other day? Hold up. I don't know if we talked about Brittany Renner. She in Mississippi. They on her ass because she apparently they said she broke, which I don't know who really gives a damn.
I never did to him. Okay. He is who he is. I told him I didn't want to do this shit anymore. And that was it. Okay, cool. I seek refuge in Allah from you. Okay, alhamdulillah. Click! And then he went and made some 12-minute diss song about me, how you were gonna, I don't know, you said you were gonna do something to me and my son, but then you shouted out my baby daddy. That's weird. And I saw you deleted that song. That looks fucking crazy. But yet again, here I am, your biggest inspiration, because let's not forget who you wrote Fly Again about, Wishing in Morocco about, Fairy Tale about.
She looked, is it me or do she look tired? She looked tired. See, this is what she get for playing with them people religion. I told y'all, I don't play with nobody religion. When she put on that hijab, I knew then. I'm like, this ain't gonna end well. You do not play with these people religion. She looked like she been through it. This lady looks tired. Like no BS. I ain't never seen her look this tired. Her hair look dry. Oh my God.
But I'm supposed to, but you happy with your child bride. Okay, leave me alone then, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. Because you're mad about what? Because that house you got in Porter Ranch, you allegedly got that from me and Paul, didn't you? And if you're such a great fucking guy, well, then how come Drika don't want to be with you? Because they her. So, who's the problem? Talking about I became Muslim for him. I wasn't even talking to that. I was 6 months. Like, he popped out of nowhere. Yeah, talking about some Kevin loved you. I don't care what he said. Yeah. You want a woman to shut up and sit in a corner. Yeah, let academics know. Yeah. DJ Academics, come to the front of the. Yeah, let academics know. Yeah, let's get on Discord. Since you want to fucking gap, that's all you want to do is run your fucking dick suckers. Because I ain't never ducked nothing. I've never ducked anything. Y'all said Andrew Tate was going to tear me up. Y'all said Kevin Samuels, God, rest in peace to the Godfather, was going to tear me up. Fresh and Fit was going to tear me up. Academics was going to tear me up. Joe Budden was going to tear me up. Who else? Men have a problem when you can't be bought. Men have a problem when you use your voice. because they think that you shouldn't be talking because you're a girl. You should shut up and suck their dick while they treat you however they want to treat you. And you should be happy. Many kids and want several. And they love how I mother my son. So somebody's lying. So academics, if I fell off, why are you still talking about me? Why are you using my clips for money? Why do you keep doing segments about me? You literally have my number. You could have called me. Like, what will your legacy be? Like, you fucking dick suck all these fucking rapper niggas.
Okay. We'll move on to the next clip.
Okay? This bitch barks and bites.
Yo, Brittany, when you were like 26, you thought you was bigger than the program, shorty. Like, there was a time online, you're the baddest bitch. Like, you.
Oh my God.
And even like the stuff y'all. I'm gonna be honest. There is no co-parenting because co-parenting would require two harmonious togetherness, a team, and it's not that with my child's father. After all that shit going back and forth with his wife, you know, he had got him for a week maybe after that, and not even like right after, like he recently had just got him for a week. That was the first time he saw him in like a year and maybe 3 months. And you know, he was supposed to get him right before he started school. And he was like, why would I get him if I can only get him for 3 days? So it's like, you'd rather not get him at all than just get him for 3 days. So honestly, my co-parenting situation is solo parenting with legal structure at best. That's just what it is. Like, I just asked.
I like her hair like that too. This looked like she got up and tried this morning. You know, shout out to Brittany, you know, shout out to her. But it's just like, yeah, yeah. She looked like she tried that morning.
I just sent him a list for school supplies, and he said the least you could do is get school supplies. It's like, that's like what I'm dealing with. When just the month before, anything you need, let me know. And I'm gonna keep calling it out because, like, I know he probably hates that I'm public with what's going on, but I mean, I'm not protecting him. So, but thankfully his papa sent us some money for school supplies. And the thing is like, you don't have money for school supplies, babe. It's the fact that in our court-ordered agreement, anything school-related, he's supposed to cover. So that's
I just think that's wild to have a baby with a basketball player and y'all fighting over school supplies.
DJ Academics to address. Do I still have a... How is Charleston White's pipe game?
Oh my God. Okay.
In Mississippi because I was in LA and was dating a bozo, moved to Atlanta with him, and then left the bozo because he was a bozo and moved back to Mississippi. So that's kind of where I've been since. And my goal is to move back to LA, of course. You know, LA is my home. But this is where I'm at. Come on, girl. Come on. No, my mom is really the best, y'all. It's her first day on the job. She's already doing amazing. So I do want to drink somewhere. Chad, how we feeling tonight? So Friday night, Ocean Springs is real wholesome around here. I got my cowgirl boots on. Yee motherfucking huh? They got a lot of live music.
Oh, Brittany. Oh, that's why you in Mississippi. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I recently moved to Mississippi because I was in LA and was dating a bozo, moved to Atlanta with him. And maybe for them, or they beat in every chamber of my heart, and all of a sudden now, and what it will never be again. So what's new? Yeah, let academics. So what's new? Well, evidently I moved to Mississippi and everyone needs to know about it. So, good Lord. Extra, read all about it. I've seen in like Mississippi news, they're like, model Brittany Renner moves back to Mississippi, her hometown. So I've been having so many people write me and be like, if you need some money, let me know. I'm like, hey, I can't just be in Mississippi like the rest of us. Yo, it has been so crazy. Like, Oh my God. Let me show you guys one of these headlines. I'm just like, dude, like stuff like this. My mixtapes. Brittany Renner says moving back to Mississippi.
Anyway, I mean, listen. Listen. I just thought we had touched on that because when I saw her in like when boy, it's true when they say how the mighty fall, boy. How the mighty fall. It is what it is, but the economy didn't hit everybody. Moving from LA to Mississippi is crazy. She definitely running from some. I think she going there. I think she going there to do some spiritual work. I think she finna try to use her ancestors for something. But I don't know if the ancestors gonna talk to her. Yeah, she from Ocean Springs. Yeah. I knew she was from Mississippi because of her Kevin Samuels interview. And she said that she was raised by her grandparents. I remember that. And she said she from Mississippi. Just like Soulja Boy, even though he don't like to claim he from Mississippi. Remember how Soulja Boy lied to y'all, said he was from Atlanta? He's from Mississippi. Then he tried to say he was from LA. You definitely from Mississippi. The white, look, well, you know, she had black, hair white. I guess she gonna try to drum it up. You know, they always try to drumming up the black ones. They don't never call on the white ones for nothing. Yes, she got to lead them a voicemail. Born and raised there, but would never go back. That part. And yeah, and I think about it, it is some spiritual because it can't just be about money. Because you can find cheaper places in Georgia, the Carolinas, like, why Mississippi? This soldier try to say he definitely ain't from Chicago. Hell no. Maybe that's a hell no. Oh my goodness. But now here she hey, God bless and good luck. Shit. What else on y'all mind tonight? What else is on y'all mind tonight? I did want to go over this. Okay, I did want to go over let me see real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay. I hate to read your message all the way through. Yeah, Young Miami did just sign with WME, right? I saw that last night. Young Miami, WME Management. I think it's WME. Yeah, William Morris Endeavor. Yep. Young Miami just got signed by William Morris for representation in all areas. This supports her solo album, touring, and media career. Oh, wait, my bad. I can't see that. Yeah, I just saw this last night. I just saw this last night. Diddy making some moves for her. You hear me? He is making some moves for her. Trying to think who else is signed to WME. Okay, Colton Dawson. Who else? They had it listed before where it was all the people signed. Hold on, let me see. Who else is signed with them? Or I could just go to the website and see actually. Hold up, because I'm curious now. Yeah, I'm actually curious now. William Morris Endeavor. Okay. The Original Advocate. Oh, wow. Hold up. Oh, this is a big deal. It says the original advocate for the world's most extraordinary talent. So I've heard of CAA. I never heard of WME. WME is the original talent agency enabling generations of artists and creators to achieve success, impact culture, and shape a better world. We sit at the center of culture. Oh. So they represent in acting, television, and motion pictures, independent, fashion, sports, theater, and digital. See, I need to get signed. I'm telling you, I need to get signed. It's like everybody, it's like the people on social media that's really getting like the millions of views. Them motherfuckers be signed. I need to get signed too. Oh Lord. I need to be. Let me send in my reel. Okay, theater, music, comedy, books, even Emma, greedy, brands, speaking. Who they got signed under speaking? What? Oh my. Acting talent. Let's see who they got under digital. Oh wow. Theo Vaughn, really? Building businesses for the creator economy. Drewski? Gamers? Are y'all for real? Well, congratulations to Young Miami. Okay. Congratulations to Young Miami. I don't think you want to do what they got. Oh, man. Oh, never mind. Oh. Drewski. Of course, Drewski signed. And when you think about think about the people that's all in the algorithm. I promise I don't want to sound like I'm a hater because I'm not. But it is interesting how we get on the YouTube and we be wondering where the hell did they come from? And all of a sudden, this person is in our face, and then you go look and they signed to WME, they're signed to CAA, they're signed to Rock Nation. I don't fucking know. You would have to get I ain't trying to get cloned. Storm sacrifice. Can they? Do you get to pick the sacrifice? No, I'm playing. I tell y'all, I never forget. My daddy was like, this was years ago. He was like, you ain't in that Illuminati, is you? I said, this nigga worried he finna get sacrificed. You hear me? Ain't heard from that nigga since. He said, you won't be sacrificing me. A management boosts you up. Yeah, okay. It makes sense now that they signed. Yeah. It makes sense now. Your dad already freaking. No, this was a couple years back. No, this was a few years back. This was the same year I got the call from Diddy people. Yeah. The text messages. But yeah, when Diddy people contacted me, the YouTube, yeah. I said, no, I'm not in that. That motherfucker disappeared. You hear me? Disappeared. He said, you won't be sacrificing me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, yeah. And I'm just like, I don't want to sound like a hater. I can't help but notice the people that are constantly in my face are signed. The talent agency is probably I can't put that up there. But I hear you, Empress Nandy. Yeah, you're right. You know what, Monet? Stop it. He says he know you love your mama more than him. I mean, true. However, y'all stop it. Storm, do you offer a service to set up everything for YouTubers, including the camera and streaming, or is that what's included? So what you mean, for me to walk you through it, or for me to like do it one-on-one, or do it one-on-one on the camera? What you need? This is Burger King. You can get it your way for the right price. Not Ice Kid would be my clone. You so damn silly. Sasha Jones. Oh, okay. Storm all the Illuminati, right? Oh my God. Any more topics? Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Okay. So when you do a Google search, it also says, hold on. It also says that she has officially signed a solo record deal with the newly relaunched Uptown Records. The same Uptown Records that was ran by Andre Harrell and Diddy. So basically, she signed to Diddy. This is just another way of saying that. Yeah, the Tio Tokyo thing, we'll do that. We can play that on Rumble. I can't play that over here. Yeah, and we'll get to Charleston White in a minute. I can play some of the Charleston White thing. Did you hear there's a secret interview of Rihanna with Wendy? I saw that. I just wasn't sure if that was AI or not. But we can go over that on Rumble. But I wasn't sure if that was AI or not, because nowadays you really can't tell. Like, it sounds like her, but it kind of don't sound like her. Okay, hold on. Uptown Records relaunch. Okay. Yeah, they kind of kept this on the low. So they're relaunching it with Young Miami, G Herbo, Trap Dicky, ATL Jacob, 9B Means. I don't know who that is. I just know Young Miami and G Herbo. I don't know who those other people are. Parent companies, Universal, of course. That is, well, I mean, she basically signed to Diddy. It is what it is. It's no other way to put it. Yeah. But basically, she signed to Diddy. ATL Jacob is a producer. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. All right. So let's go over here. Let's listen to this stuff about Nolan Wells' autopsy.
Preliminary findings. And this is significant. Focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region. He said the etiology is unknown at this time. He said the body was received after the initial autopsy. He said the body had marked decompensation. He said, corona incision of the scalp, brain removal, Y-shaped incision of the anterior torso. And he talked about the organs being removed, as is common, accompanied in the body cavity. And that when you have an autopsy, the organs are removed from the body and they are dissected and examined. And then they are put back in a bag within inside the body. So when they're buried, their remains will all be with them. But in this occasion, if there's going to be a second autopsy, then the organs are put in the body cavity. So the second pathologist could be able to examine the organs as well.
Oh, Lord. Okay, hold up. I got to put this on. Let's try 1.5.
Very significant for Dr. Mitchell was that the anterior inner neck structures were absent, not received with the body. And we'll explain that in just a minute. And then it talks about the additional procedures performed during the second autopsy. And we'll go into the paragraphs on that there because he explains it better in his narrative. So where's the first page of the discussion? Not the diagram yet. You keep the diagram over there. So he talks in the preliminary discussion, opinion. This forensic pathologist identified several limitations during the second autopsy that create barriers to establishing a definitive cause and manner of death for Nolan Xavier Wells. And that's important. He talks about the fact that we didn't get to see the body when it was first recovered, like the medical examiner working for Mississippi would have seen it. He talked about the second autopsy performed on Nolan Wells revealed marked decompensation or changes. Marked decompensation can obscure the presence and absence of bruising on the skin surface, especially during a second autopsy examination. What he's saying, because the body was so decomposed that you couldn't tell if there was bruises or abrasions on the body when he received it on the 10th of July.
So we really not going to get no answers in.
For these reasons, additional dissection procedures not performed during the first autopsy examination were performed to rule out potential blunt force injuries responsible for the death. These procedures included facial dissection, posterior head and neck dissection, dissection of the ribs, the pelvic, dissection of the subcutaneous and deep soft tissue, dissection of the back, the buttocks, the arms, and legs. He did all of this to rule out things. He ruled out there were no fractures or deep tissue injuries identified. This was very important because he wanted to be very thorough and very transparent, because transparency is the key to getting to the answers of why Nolan Wells is not with us. So he did that there and was very straightforward, very open, very open. He says, however, dissection of the back of the head during the layered posterior neck dissection revealed a 12 by 8 inch focal area of red discoloration in the deep soft tissues overlaying the occipital bone. And
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. We just gonna go over the summary because yeah. So long story short, the autopsy, the ruling was undetermined. The ruling was undetermined. All right. They could not definitively establish how he died. No bone fractures, cuts, or deep tissue bruising. There was a 12 by 8 inch area of red soft tissue discoloration, but it lacked the external skin injury or skull fracture. Now, the interesting part, number one, the body was severely decomposed. So they really couldn't give a definitive answer anyway. Also, certain structures such as his inner neck organs and untouched airways were already missing or already dissected. So they could not do a full analysis of the throat or lungs for water. I mean, so basically, we still not gonna get no answers. We know they killed. I mean, we know they deleted them. We know that part. But basically, we not finna get no answers. That's what this means. So what are they gonna do to get the? I don't think it's nothing they can do. It's done. That's it. Ain't nothing else they can do. I want to Google is throats normally removed in autopsy. Okay. It says, yes, removing the throat structures, including the larynx, trachea, and tongue, is a normal and routine part of a thorough forensic autopsy. Pathologists often remove these neck organs to check for signs of trauma, choking, strangulation, or disease. Okay. So basically it's still inconclusive. It's inconclusive. Yeah. Yeah, they showed a pink bruise, but then they said he didn't have a skull fracture. He didn't have the external marks to go with that. But then the body was severely decomposed. So, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I think we all know what I think we can put two and two together, but ain't no justice gonna be solved. Justice brought with this. I believe they were inconclusive too. Mississippi Nolan Wells autopsy results. Let me see. Hold on, I'll play this in the meantime.
He talked about how he found red discoloration when he cut open into the back of his head towards the occipital bone, and he saw the red discoloration, and we actually saw the pictures of it. It's significant. You can't help but notice, why is this dark red here in the back of his head? And so he was important to note that in his report. He said that etiology of this finding is unclear. There are no lacerations of the overlaying skin nor fractures of the underlying skull. These findings are inconclusive for perimortem injury due to both the extensive decomposition and the absence of associated injuries. This finding, however, is significant enough to be highlighted in this preliminary report for further investigation. It is important to reiterate that the finding could not have been observed in the first autopsy because the posterior head and neck dissection were not performed. He said another limitation, move this back here. Another limitation faced by this forensic.
Oh, so Mississippi didn't even do a thorough autopsy on him. Well, there we go.
Pathologist was the absence of the anterior internal neck structures, the trachea in the laryngeal cartilage, the thyroid horn, and the hyoid bone were not received with the body. So he's saying that the throat was not received with the body when he got Nolan Wells' body in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy. And so let's discuss that with what he said about that. He said, it is assumed that the initial pathologist retained these structures for additional evaluation. He said the retention of the anterior neck structures during an initial autopsy is a common forensic pathology practice. He was chief medical examiner for 7 years in Washington, D.C. And he said that if they had concern about throat or any fracture or compression of the throat, they too will hold them back. He doesn't know why they held the throat back, but he said the throat was not with the body of Nolan Wells when he received it in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy. He said, nevertheless, a posterior neck dissection performed without review of the anterior neck structures is incomplete. Therefore, this pathologist cannot rule out injury to the neck as a contributor or a cause of death. He said he would need to have the medical examiner in Mississippi allow him to review the throat. That's why he said his autopsy is undetermined pending investigation. Remember, it's about transparency.
Well, there it is. Now, as far as the Mississippi autopsy that was performed first in Jackson County, they have not released those results yet. Uh-oh, just caught this. What's this? What's this? Oh, hell no. Hell no. No, you don't. The devil is a lie. All right, anyway. So Mississippi ain't released their results yet. They kept his throat. They didn't send his throat to DC where they did the independent autopsy. So it's inconclusive. But we all know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is.
Because the initial autopsy rightfully removed and dissected each organ, there are additional limitations inherent in the second autopsy of Nolan Wells. The most significant of the limitations was the inability to directly observe the airway and the lungs for water and directly observe the stomach for gastric contents. He said it is very significant as to what the initial forensic scientists who got to review the body when it was recovered. We have heard from our call center people saying the body wasn't waterlogged. Well, we need to know those things. But unfortunately, because the body was decomposed and the organs have already been dissected, those are things we can only get from the initial autopsy. So therefore, again, the manner and cause of death is undetermined until further investigation. We are hopeful that the Mississippi Medical Examiner would give Dr. Mitchell an opportunity to see their photographs and their observations to the condition of Nolan Wells' body closer in time to July 4th. That is very important, and we have to continue to demand transparency, President Johnson.
All right. All we can do is continue to pray on that, on the head medical examiner. You see, it was never going to be fair. That's why they had an independent autopsy. The head medical examiner in Mississippi. Okay, Mississippi medical examiner also handled the Trey Reed investigation. Dr. Stacy Turner. Okay. I don't need to go to their website. Okay, so that lady there. And she did the Trey Reed case. Yeah, she did the Trey Reed case as well. If y'all remember this. If y'all remember that gentleman that passed away at Delta State University, allegedly by hanging. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm moving on from that. Okay, y'all know Charleston Whitehead got shot at. Did y'all hear that? She needs to be investigated. She ain't gonna be. It's Mississippi. She ain't gonna be. Did y'all hear that Charleston Whitehead got shot at? Did y'all hear that? Down there in 5th Ward in Houston.
James Prince Hood, let them know I'm in the city. I went to 5th Ward by myself, and it wouldn't even take a plane get me. It ain't nothing but a misdemeanor assault if you hit me upside the head.
The thing is, when I say Charleston white ass got like 9 lives, when I say Charleston White got like 9 lives, I promise you this man got 9 lives. Because how does a man that got club feet, he 5'8", 125 pounds, he blind in one eye. We don't even know if he can read or write all that good. This man, this man got 9 lives for real. This is a man that has sued every company he worked with. Look, I'm gonna give him credit. He said he 125 pounds. He said he 125. He'd have been jumped on. He'd have maced people. He did he did talk shit about everybody. And I can't even play all of it over here. Some of it we gonna have to wait for Rumble, but I wanted to acknowledge, yes, this man got shot.
Man, ain't nothing but a misdemeanor assault if you hit me upside the head, the ground, the pistol, and shot at the car. And I'm with a bull dagger.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
But me personally, I'm gonna keep it real. Ain't no telling where this come from if he actually got shot at, because in this past month, Charleston White has been on one.
Honeycomb braid. I'm saying right now, your dead grandma.
Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. So that man been tripping. That man, I mean, but Charleston White been Charleston Whiting. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for Rumble later tonight. Was his head detached? They removed in the autopsy. They removed like the inside of the throat, like, and the lungs, and just sent the body without that. So it's. I mean, I told y'all there was no justice coming to this. It's Mississippi. It's Mississippi. It's Mississippi. You get in trouble down there, baby. You screwed. You get in trouble down there and you black, you screwed. Mississippi, you screwed. Unacceptable. Their examiner needs to see the organ. Them people not gonna listen. Them people not gonna do nothing because they don't care. We know what it is. Cecilia said, I got a 2006 car, roof over my head, bills paid. Amen. I know that's right. So cover up, of course. The South, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, the whole South definitely got that feel, but certain parts of the South are worse than others. But I know what you mean. I know some people, boy, you couldn't pay them to move down south. I got some family members right now. They say, I ain't leaving California. You couldn't pay me to move down south. And I understand. I get it. Yep, Mississippi. Or two of the worst states have legal issues as a black person. That's a fact. That's a good point. ATL was enough. That's a damn good point. That's a damn good point. Doesn't seem as bad if you're actually from the South, though. I mean, because that's all you know. If you're actually from the South, that's all you know. If that's all you know, that's all you know. But if you're from the North, if you're from the West Coast, and then you move down South, yeah, it's going to be a culture shock. It's going to be a culture shock all day long. Hell, I'm from Cali and moved outside. You can't pay me to move back. I'll visit, though. I get it. You have to move differently in the South as a black person. You know what? They really are trying to make Huntsville a thing. Even Birmingham, too. I don't want to move to Alabama, though. I'm good on that. I'll go to Atlanta before I go to Birmingham or Huntsville. To me personally, this is just me. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. It's just nothing like the West Coast to me personally. Yes, it's expensive, but it's nothing like the West Coast. There's just nothing like it. It's nothing like the West Coast. I love the architecture of the East Coast. I love like DC, how like those brownstones look and all that. I wouldn't move to DC though. Virginia was just boring. Virginia was boring and expensive, but to me, it's just not like the West Coast. I moved up further north, still in the mid-Atlantic area. What are we going to do as citizens? We can't keep letting them deleting us. And hey, I hear you. You got to protect yourself. I hated living in the Bay Area. It was very anti-black. Oh, okay. I can't speak for the Bay. I've never been there, so. For Baltimore, Virginia, it's definitely boring unless you go to the DMV area. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on y'all mind? Any other questions, comments, concerns before we get up out of here? Tennessee is open to anybody. I see a lot of influencers from Cali moving to Tennessee. Don't do us like that in Virginia. It's nothing to do in Virginia. Virginia was just, I don't know. Virginia was just Virginia. Like, it was cool. It's just nothing to do. I moved from Vegas to Houston, originally from Cincinnati. I've had to check more than a few because the way at times that even other black folks talk at you and not to you was odd. Okay. Have you seen a video of Kai dancing in a dark? Uh-uh. Nah, I'm in Vegas and it's okay. Hold up. Let me talk about this Cardi thing. I forgot that one. All right, Cardi B. It says Stan. Okay. So remember how it was a few days ago we was talking about how Cardi B has said that she felt she understands Britney Spears, right? And then we talked about what Britney Spears went through. You know, we talked about how that was not like good to basically speak over herself. And literally one of Cardi's business partners, business managers, is Lou Taylor, who helped to put Britney Spears in a conservatorship. So I mean, I that was I would assume that's her way of crying out for help because, like, ma'am, you do business with that lady, literally, right? So then the other day, she said that I want to get the exact quote. It's okay. She stated on her social media that the public attention and surveillance on her life felt like some Princess Diana shit. Now, we know what happened to Britney. We know what now happened to Princess Diana. I would almost want to ask Cardi, like, do you just not want to be famous anymore? Do you, like maybe get off of social media? Cause like people are gonna talk about you. I'm not understanding what she's not understanding. I'm not understanding what she's not understanding, Okay, what's this? Let me click on this. Oh, hold up. We got an update on that too. You said, Cardi, maybe it's time to go on vacation. Look, I don't know. I believe she's embarrassed. I believe she's embarrassed. Is she dating that goalkeeper? I mean, if you want to call it that, I'm gonna call it PR over here. I'm gonna say PR. But if you want to call it that, you can. Okay, let's go to neighborhood talk. Wait a minute. Oh Lord, what? Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Okay, one thing at a time. Damn, am I gonna get to the damn sauna? Hold up. I mean, hey, work calls. I ain't complaining. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, to gossip about people. Hold up. One thing before we do another. Damn. Okay. Maduka Okoye's baby mama Jaleisha reportedly seeking legal action after claiming DMs shared by women alleging to be his ex were fabricated. Believes they were created to damage her reputation after accusing him of cheating that were and neglecting their son. Okay. So, let me understand this. So Maduka Okoye's baby mama Jaleisha claims that the messages that were created and shared online are fake. So he's not bisexual now? So she's trying to backtrack now? Is that what the Jaleisha says she plans to pursue legal action once the person responsible is identified. The latest development, oh Lord. Westhoff says the alleged fabricated messages began circulating shortly after she publicly accused the Nigerian star. Okay. She insists the DMs are completely fake and says she's now working with her legal team to find who's behind it. This is some messy shit. Okay. The alleged fabricated messages. Yeah, I'ma just say this. I don't believe nobody lied on you, girl. You backtracking now. You're trying to backtrack. Yeah, I believe the DMs. So is he trading? I said, right. She trying to backtrack. She's trying to backtrack. Or maybe she got offered a bag to come out and say she was lying, because it happens. We'll continue to follow that. Hold up. This is what I want y'all to see. Adrian Bronner just got sued for, guess what? This is crazy. Like this is insane, literally. I knew it. Make it over there, having all the women on them streams, all that drinking, and you making all that money now. He done already made over $1 million. Just streaming over there on Kick. Oh, they sued Dean the Great too. Woman files lawsuit against Adrian Bronner and Dean the Great for battery assault. Dean the Great also sued for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Who didn't see this coming? Who what? Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, this is when apparently he learned he was getting sued.
Says somebody suing me for sexual battery.
That's why you beat somebody?
I don't know.
They just make up.
Let me check the story.
Says somebody suing me for sexual battery.
That's why you beat somebody?
I don't know.
They just make up shit, man. They be saying bullshit. Internet of bull, boy.
He making good money. Good money. He looked like he can barely read. No shit. They over there making good money on Kick. Like good money. Good money. But I knew it. I mean, listen. Liquor, random women, internet, like who's surprised? Bringing women in and out. Who's really surprised? This is what got me though. I don't know if y'all saw this. This is what got me though. Hold up. Look. This is what got me. I don't know if y'all seen these lie detector clips. Wait a minute. Oh, damn. Put turn on the sound.
Do you have a strong attraction to men? No. What the fuck, bro? You're failing horribly to these questions. Do you have a strong attraction to men? No. What the fuck, bro? You're failing horribly to these questions. Do you have?
Is you jealous of me?
Whoa.
Oh, my brother, man.
Are you jealous of Krishan?
Krishan? Rock? What?
Oh, his breathing stopped. We're
Oh, what the fuck? Is you jealous of me?
Are you attracted to me?
Nope. Why?
What the fuck, bro? Okay. So when you tell me I look good, you really mean that shit? Okay. And dude, put some of that, nigga. Tell you what the hype is about, though, okay? Are you attracted to me?
Hold on, it was one other one.
Have you ever been with?
Yeah, this the one right here.
The tranny.
No, yo, brother, what the fuck?
I'm going off a chat.
Yeah, but there's some shit. Okay.
We thought about it.
Do you like Bright?
Yeah.
True.
Is you jealous of me?
No. Whoa.
True.
Are you using me?
No.
True.
Did you fuck Selena Powell? No.
True.
Are you happy my kid's gone?
Yes.
True.
You already.
Do you think you can beat Ryan Garcia in a fight?
Yes.
He does believe that.
Do you think you could beat Shakur in a fight? For sure.
True.
Damn.
Do you have a micro penis?
No. Definitely not.
Why?
You still getting extorted by Crips?
No. You got extorted before?
Never.
Have you ever had an STD? Spec cat. Yes. Okay.
True.
All right.
Have you slept with a man?
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay.
I don't like how that shit say something that it ain't. Be honest. Be honest. Just be honest. You don't gonna lie.
They might not have slept, but he did something.
No, brother, what's wrong with you?
This is to the bottom. Are you gay?
No, nigga. Have you ever backdoored anyone? Never. No.
Wow.
Can you beat AB in a boxing match?
Yes.
See, that was the clip. That was the clip I kept trying to find. Like, wait a minute, I'm gonna find that clip. That's the when I say that lie detector exposed everything. That lie detector exposed everything. The crazy thing is, I look at that once again. I promise I'm not trying to sound like no hater, but I don't really see what's so interesting about what they're doing. He was a boxer, but now he's a streamer, and he made way more money streaming than boxing, so there's no point in him either boxing. Why all the zesty questions? Because everybody been accusing them of being zesty because they dress alike. And AB has tried to kiss him too. It's been weird. It's been a lot of weird stuff. Is that where the views is at? You gotta do the weird stuff online. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I watch this stuff like they not talking about nothing or doing much of anything. That man has been doing a lot of TikTok sets since forever. Facts. Krishan got them, both them and Blueface in trouble. Oh my God. You know what? That's that Krishan voodoo. You got a damn point. You got a point. Damn. Well, once again, people. Hey, why did Cam Newton get fired from ESPN? I feel like they're making room for somebody else, but I don't know. If I hear, I'll let you know, but I don't know actually on that one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, this show has been sponsored by freecash.com, where you can get paid to play games, Storm Chasers. When you sign up using my QR code or even the link that's in the live chat, baby, they literally paying you to play games, and you ain't got to come out of pocket. We got Storm Chasers making 35, 50, 75, 100, although we make no official money claims. You can possibly make you some part-time money with freecash.com, freecash.com. Them kids about to go back to school. You know, they snotty nose behinds gonna need some tissue. The teacher gonna be begging for pencils, markers, crayons, notebooks, and all that. All right. You ain't gotta call Tyrone. You ain't gotta call Nate. You can get you a profile on freecash.com and make you some extra money today. In addition to that, make sure you got your tickets for Monetize Your Mouth, right? Which is a live webinar where I will be teaching you guys how to do social media, how to do YouTube, how to do what I do. All right. That link is also in the chat. In addition to that, if you are in need of spiritual help, spiritual guidance, all right, feel like somebody threw something on you, or you're trying to keep somebody off of you, or you're trying to get over somebody, you know, trying to get somebody about your food, okay? DM me or email me. All right. DM me on Instagram, Celebrity Doctor TV, or email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. Yeah. Okay. You said look at the Kai Cenat thing. Okay, real quick. Kai Cenat dancing in the dark. I mean, Kai Cenat dancing in the Castanet dancing in the dark. Okay, people searching for that.
Turn the lights on! Turn the lights on! No, leave it off! Leave it off!
What is this? He doing the "This Is America" dance. This don't mean he possessed. He doing the Childish Gambino. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You care? I will catch you all.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.